work on the basis of a social program, though.
Are we explaining
All
the
right.
economy behind mom books?
Okay, but wait, real. If they like hang out for an hour together, shouldn't they both be getting mom bucks?
Yeah, absolutely. They both get one.
So why is Roderick the only one earning mom bucks right now?
Yeah, and who's to say he's not just gonna steal mom bucks?
Inequality indicted when we get Roderick rules. Hasanabe, get on this.
Oh!
It looks like the kind of crap that 5-minute crafts would have us make for some reason.
Boil up the 10-foot.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the recreational vehicle.
I don't know what to say about RV. It is a stupid movie about a road trip.
Oh, good. Another family road trip movie. It's basically Vacation, but the premise is that the car is bigger and Robin Williams. Yes, the late and great Robin Williams. Let's get into this RV and drive down the road.
Holy crap. I love lens flares. I love light leaks. I love tires.
Oh, it's a wagon!
What company? I've never heard of this.
They worked on this and then ceased to exist.
What was that? Why was there like a clockwise transition?
George Lucas directed only that bit of the movie. He's like, I want the white right here.
The one next to the one with the fountain.
Hey, Dad, Cass just gave you the finger.
It's that kid. Oh, I forgot, you know, isn't he from, Where the Wild Things Are? Oh my god, he is! And, you know, Hunger Games. Is he? Is that from, is Things Are? Oh my god, he is! And, you know, Hunger Games. Is he? Is that from, is He's also from Union, Kentucky, so, you know. What is his name? Yeah, Josh Hutcherson. He is Breadman from Hunger Games. Yeah, PETA. Get it? Because bread?
Welcome to watching a movie with your parents simulator with Jude and Bren.
Hi, Mr. Mallory. Good to see you again. Oh, Cassie Monroe.
Of the 3 people in this scene, I hate all 3 of them. What about those 2 people standing in the background next to this flower wall? No, they're not in the scene. They're extras.
Yeah, they are. They're literally in frame.
Do they speak words? They are speaking. You just can't hear them. Turn up your volume, Brandon. You can hear them having a full conversation.
Well, if we zoom in, we can go join it.
You can hear them better.
The fat of our youth is on your hands. Wallow in it.
Why does he have like the Hampton Inn bath towel wrapped around his chest? It looks so stupid. You're looking like Fred. Yeah, that's what he looks like. That business guy look, which is what he is. He has like punchability scale 906 right now, and he hasn't even done anything.
Is he wearing a Bluetooth headset because it's like a movie from the mid-2000s?
I think he will eventually. And then he's also gonna threaten to fire the main character. You know, you gotta run down like the... If you spend time with your family, you're fired because capitalism.
Yo, whole class, you chill on the left jam.
You're boiling my vibe.
Respect.
You're boiling my vibe. You are heating my vibe to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, bro. You're boiling my vibe. Respect. That got approved. That entire exchange was way ahead of its time. Keep out authorized personnel only.
This Larry's gonna get my job. He's younger, smarter, cheaper.
Your vibe, dude. With like the Imperial Japanese flag behind it. Yeah, that is exactly what that is.
You gotta cancel.
We were playing in the
What
sand.
office has infinite windows to everyone else's office all the time? Every office in every movie. I've never been in a real office that looks like this. I've never been in a real office. The open concept, so when you're crying at your desk after 15 hours of crunch time later, everyone can see you. Yeah, it's so they can reach out to help
Yeah.
you. No,
They have the mental health security cameras watching you at all times just to make sure.
yeah, don't cry. Those mental health security cameras also have a poison dart in them. If you start crying, nobody that works here is sad, because if they are sad, they're dead.
You've got one thing that he hasn't got. So now you're good in a meeting. You've got the chutzpah.
Chutzpah. What is the chutzpah? I'm gonna Google chutzpah. That word and chagrin are 2 of my least favorite words.
It sounds like made-up corporate office words that nobody has ever wanted to say in their lives.
Chutzpah is Yiddish for having extreme confidence and audacity. The example is love him or hate him. You have to admire Cohen's chutzpah. Okay. I don't have to admire anyone's chutzpah. Keep your chutzpah away from me. If someone has the chutzpah to say the word chutzpah to me, I'm kicking them in the throat.
Kick him right in the chutzpah.
I just want to let you know that after the divorce, I'm coming after Jamie hard.
Bring jewelry.
Hey, if you get Jamie, can I have a land? You want a land?
They're talking about trading wives. I hate my wife, guys. Oh, hi. Okay. Yep, this is the best.
You told me you fell
Okay, now the movie actually starts. We could have just cut to this without any of the previous stuff.
Yeah, just immediately cut to the RV. Well, no, but then it wouldn't make sense that he lied about his script and that he changed it last minute because he's not supposed to work it. See, that's the plot of the movie.
I hate my wife so much that I don't communicate with her.
Hey, honey.
Vacation.
Have a day.
I was gonna say, nice one, Dad. Thanks.
The hotel in Hawaii has a weight room. Doesn't anybody respect my lifting schedule?
You are like 9. Oh, wait, what do you lift? Like a can of soup? Look at those shorts that he's wearing that are like... Shorts?
He's not wearing them. They are attached to his body.
Here's something your genius husband probably overlooked.
Just put the helmet inside the RV. Why are you tying it? The bike needs the helmet so it can stay safe. When the bike inevitably falls off the RV, if it hits its head, it doesn't get a concussion. Exactly. That's what helmets are for, Jude. Anyway, here's a tote full of only Pringles.
Wait, you're right.
That's mine.
That's just Pringles.
Yeah, there might be like a Chips Ahoy in there. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You can't hit us with that sound. That sound automatically makes me laugh every single time. You can't bang something metal into something metal and me not laugh.
What's that?
Roadmate 700. I call it a Lola.
Oh, that's so small. That is the world's smallest GPS.
Where are we headed? That is a Spy Kids gadget. To properly drive this RV, you need a monocle to look down at the GPS. Oh dear, it seems I missed my turn. It looks like there's a 5-minute delay ahead.
No, that thing doesn't know the traffic. That just knows where you are, maybe.
That's the kind of GPS that you had to manually download the new maps.
Yes!
That's like the Garmin. It was gonna take you to Narnia. I was once using a really old TomTom, and it took us to the woods. We were going to a movie theater in a town, and it was like, you must proceed to your destination on foot in the middle of the woods, and we were like 10 miles from the movie theater.
Yeah, honestly, it's fair enough that boomers don't want to use Google Maps because they have to deal with TomToms and Garmins, and they're scarred from that stuff.
All we have to do is every time we park the RV, we have to put 2 big blocks, the chocks under the rear wheel. We'll be perfect.
Why does he remind me of your dad? Because this is how my dad would handle this situation. He was like, yeah, it's fine. You don't need to fix it. Brakes are gone, but all you gotta do is still get about 70,000 miles out of it. My suspension is like falling out of my car. Coil packs are actually fried, but you know, it's fine.
Your car is perfectly fine. I've never had any issues with your car. Definitely hasn't like done really weird things on an on-ramp before.
You know, every time I try to accelerate, it screams.
You told me you fell in love with
RV Welcome Park, which still doesn't really make sense, but you know.
No, it's supposed to be like Welcome RV Park or like something else that makes sense, but it's not.
Do you really need to hammer those in?
No, you really don't.
Because when the wheel rolls over, if the wheel rolls, it tightens.
There's a problem. Sewage tank is overflowing.
It's not even our sewage, it's leftover.
Why are they all watching it? They're like, whoa. I can't get out here. Let's look at the poop.
They're setting themselves up for failure. I know they're supposed to be stupid, but come on.
I love this whole section of the movie because while he's like hooking up poop hoses, the music's just like. I'm hooking up poop lines.
Sure, Dad. I'd love to clean somebody else's crap out of the RV instead of being in Hawaii.
I like how this man went through the trouble of getting an RV for his family, and they're all like, you're the worst. You suck. We're not going to an island for another few months. I hope you die. Like, I get being excited for Hawaii. Like, I would like to go. I've never been there. Going to Hawaii over Colorado is probably a very easy choice to make, but you're still going through all the effort to, like, make this a nice vacation. And they're all like, you better not mess up. He hasn't mentioned once why he changed it from Hawaii to Colorado.
He lied and forced his family that's like arguing with each other 24/7 to be in like a 50-square-foot box together.
Did you mean my parents when we used to go on 16-hour road trips in a Corolla, 5 of us? I loved having an elbow in my spleen for the entire time and being way too warm because my dad wants every car to be 75 degrees. Meanwhile, I go to Gatlinburg with 3 people and we have 2 cars.
Piece of cake.
We were playing in
It is 1-1. one, like print one total pipe. You don't need 19 different small pieces of pipe. Just make one. They showed how close he is here, and then they're gonna show that he needs like 45 pipes for this thing he parked next to.
It's gonna work so fast, cause
I'll get some music.
Oh no, some of those tortilla chips.
Music, tortilla chips, and salt. We are dumping poop! There's an entire colony of people watching this man unload his
okay,
poop.
don't worry.
I mean, we're watching him unload his poop right now, so you know, you can't judge him too much.
That's because we're being forced to. To be fair, though, what else do they have to do here? Go on vacation. You're in an RV. There's like sand. We didn't buy lawn chairs and go out to the desert to watch a man pour poop into a hole.
You found a little band.
I get that it was like aerosolized, but how did it get aerosolized in the first place?
Poop. Funny poop. Poop funny. Poop funny. Don't poop funny. That's all that you get for the explanation for the scene, why it's in the movie, and how it makes sense is poop funny. Laugh poop funny.
Fine.
Jamie, Cassie, my daughter, son Carl. Named after Karl Marx.
It's a different spelling.
This is a slightly more Americanized version of Karl Marx. C-A-R-L-M-A-R-K-S. Karl Marx.
I forgot like everything about this movie. Are these like the villains?
No, the boss is still the villain. They're
I need to see the
weird
II
spoils 'cause
dudes.
they
Holy
mean
shit,
no,
I need
like,
them.
wrong at all, but they just screw up
I need
everything.
the ID. Please.
Me trying to finish my English paper at like 11:58.
When was the last time you turned in an English paper, Bren?
4 years ago.
So you cannot make that joke.
I can though, because you know it is still an experience that I had. No matter how long ago it was, I can still relate to the fact that and awning steps, wife. You gotta go down for the TV and awning steps, wife. You scream. Needs 1,600 wheels. This tractor is single-handedly skewing the wheels versus doors. There's always more wheels.
4 months too late, but yeah, you're right.
Spoilers.
He hit it behind the
Oh my
toilet.
God,
I guess the guitar dude was like, is there any
Holy
laptops
shit.
back here?
Always check behind the toilet for free computers, you know?
Never know when one might
We're alive.
spawn in.
Honey, maybe they just
We're
got some
alive.
bad news and had to leave.
Them folks ditched us.
I hate that steering wheel that you have to be like this for hours.
He fucking
Worse
dies!
than a motorcycle where they're like this. Oh, the ape hangers? They're cool, but they're the worst thing ever.
So why are they determined to catch up with these guys now?
They're not determined to catch up with him yet. They acknowledge that he ditched them, but they're not like trying to catch up with him yet. Yeah, they were just like on the road. It's the fact that they picked up that hitchhiker that will make them actually
Holy
chase
crap,
them.
they're
That's
alive.
why they didn't come to breakfast.
Me
He
like-
lost his computer, now he needs it, and they went off all frantic to find it.
I was quick to think the worst. I'm filled with
We're alive.
chagrin.
Oh my god. Okay, that's not what I wanted.
In the English language.
What-
You chose
what
the
the fuck?
one I talked about
The
earlier.
white anime shit coming up. What the hell?
So,
Obese? Oh,
see you
that's it.
Here.
Okay, I don't need to see all this. I just want it.
It was the mean fart noise that like everybody uses now.
Yeah, but like
Oh
right after I
my.
said that though,
It's
this is
making me
beautiful.
cry.
No, don't come down here. Ow, don't use fart.
I hate the way he's leaning out, because to them that implies he's pooping with his butt out to the rest of the woods and not against the tree. He's just projectile pooping against the tree. If he didn't Greg Heffley his way into this situation, none of this would be happening.
Dude, the world would be so much better if everyone
I
just
need more
stopped
damage.
lying. Duh.
Or at least like stop lying
need
to
more
people that
damage,
like you
Sandy.
don't have a good reason to lie
18.
to.
Okay,
At least
so
he
I
kinda
have
redeems
gotten
himself and learns
2
from it,
seconds
unlike
of it.
Greg Heffley.
I believe you folks have a presentation for us.
Yes. Laird.
Yes, we have presentation for you.
This has nothing to do with you wanting to be with your family.
So you just used us?
Kids,
And you found a
Bless his
little
heart.
band.
not the TiVo in my room is not working hard.
You
This
told
really
me you
is
fell
the
in
current
love
year of
with
our Lord
it and
2006.
gone
Wow,
and
guys,
had
being able to record TV is so revolutionary. I'm in 2006 and I'm an idiot. Meanwhile,
found a little
Netflix is like a year out from this.
Sorry I'm late.
You told
Just
me
came down
you
that mountain.
fell in love
Next time I'll use a road.
How green is your grass?
The grass is always greener by the poop pump.
That's 255 green, 0 red, 0 blue. That is maximum green.
What?
You
That
told
means
me you
nothing to anyone here.
That makes sense to me, and I hate it.
We want you to join us at Alpine Beverages.
You offer me a job?
Yes, he'll take it.
So basically, the moral of the story is lie to your family, and as long as they have fun, it won't really have any consequences.
You know what?
What they don't know won't hurt them.
I said this when we were discussing doing this movie. Without Robin Williams, he's like the most tier movie in the world.
Oh, absolutely. Robin Williams carried it hard.
Our long
I could hold it and fall.
Have a day.
I could hold it and fall.
Experienced ones feel lied to. Why hide what's in your level when you can make it part of the
You know what perfectly describes this movie in my mind?
Awful.
If you pull up the credits, we have the SpongeBob SquarePants theme being credited in the credits. And then right below that, I want to do something freaky to you.
Let's go.
Let's watch Alvin and his chipmunks.
I could hold it and fall in love
Guys,
with
I have
it.
a button that just makes the original voices.
I could hold it and fall in.
Ew, no.
I could hold it and fall.
You should have just used
I
the
could hold it
Yeah, Alvin
and
and the
fall.
chipmunks, but it's serious, and they're
I
just
could
like
hold it and
30-year-old
fall
men
in love
voices. Oh, God.
I could hold it and fall.
CGI that looks like a PS2
I could
cutscene.
hold it and fall.
Or is it
I
Xbox
could hold it
360?
There were
and
some
fall
PS2
in
games that
love.
would have a 3D cutscene that looked great, and then you get back to the game and it looked like a PS2 game. I'm thinking Spider-Man 2
I
specifically.
could hold it and fall in love with. I could hold it and fall in love with it.
I look like I just cut down the tree. Get it? Because
I could hold it and fall in love with it.
Cut down trees. That's a joke I made about cutting down
I
trees.
could hold it and fall in love.
I will. Because both of you are laughing. Not more. Because the joke's over.
If you're the Joker like me, the
Did you
joke's
never love
never
a new? I wondered if
we know.
I
That's
could
how waking
hold
up
it and fall in love with it.
Whoa! 30 to 30 to
We are
44.
like 2 minutes in.
Did you never love a new?
I'm already feeling the brain sleep mid-recording energy.
I can't believe you'd hate on this movie. This is the perfect movie. This is a cinematic masterpiece.
I am a professional D1 hater, dude.
That's our job.
First overall pick for haters.
Like, there's stuff we like sometimes. Very rarely.
Like this movie. I love this movie.
And Sonic 1, we enjoyed that.
This movie is alright. I don't hate it.
It gives me a headache after about 20 minutes, but, you know, it's fine.
Big guy. You see the view from the 80th floor?
Which bald guy
Look at this. Minion from Mega Mind.
I was trying to figure out if he was Transformers 4 bald guy, Ant-Man bald guy, or this bald guy. All they're different men, but they all look the same. It's kind of
I'm
crazy.
gonna hear Dave's epic music. It sounds like a song from the 2010s.
Sort of boring, but
There is no sense
never
in
love
writing
a new?
songs that no one is ever going to sing.
It's got a point, though.
yeah, I guess if you're pitching it to the label, like not an indie
you
label, but
never
a pop
love a
label
new?
around this time, that makes sense.
Yeah, move that 5 feet
wondered
away so that he can't touch it.
They
You eat
will.
that 24,000 calorie basket
Whoa,
of
it's
muffins
kind
by
of their
yourself.
song.
Have fun.
I also love that
you
these
never
children
love a
suddenly
new?
know everything around them. Like,
I
maybe it is.
wondered
Alvin
if
seems
I
to know something about the human world. However, the other two are just oblivious.
So Simon knows a lot. He's the smart one.
Yeah, Simon knows everything.
Theodore's absolutely stupid.
Yeah, he got dropped on his head as a kid. He fell out of a tree.
He's just as dumb as it gets.
Will you jump over? Ooh, muffin.
How do you know what muffins are? You've lived in a tree in the mountains your entire life.
They were singing the
you
You
never
Had a
love
Bad
a
Day
new?
song in the intro.
That's why
never-
it doesn't make sense.
Did you
Where did they
never
hear
love-
that? They were in a random
Did you
pine
never
tree in the
love-
middle of
Did you-
nowhere.
The winds of the forest stole it to
you
them.
never
Oh,
love-
that's true. They sung the song of muffins exist in Hollywood to them.
This alleyway trash can in the middle of his apartment.
I want one.
I love it. That way you have to pick up a 40-pound metal plate. It's not that heavy, but a 40-pound metal plate.
Players sometimes.
Solid tungsten.
Tungsten trash
Wait,
can.
I gave you a 100 points.
Tungsten trash can would be fun because you just like take the bag out, you know, like a normal person would.
It's the average price for a Robin.
Yeah, but the lid is also solid tungsten.
Ooh, the briefcase! The best musical instrument!
It's supposed to rain in this scene, and it hasn't started yet, but the ground is so wet already.
Well, he had to water his concrete so it would grow big and tall.
I wish we had R-rated Alvin and the Chipmunks where we really delved into how depressed that Dave was, and just the whole process behind writing that song.
I wondered if
who GAF about the Chipmunks?
What is GAF? Does that stand for
I wondered if
How do you know what cheese balls are?
Yeah.
In the pine tree they were living in?
Oh, that pine tree was not far away from the city.
It was, though.
We don't know how long they drove.
Did you see where it was? There was an entire mountain range around it.
It looked like it was in freaking Glacier National Park or something.
You know where LA is? On the mountain.
Wow.
You don't have to try and find mountains like that.
Did you never love a new?
Movies would be scored with this kind of music against them. What was happening was funny. Like, first they take away my laugh track, and now they take away my little plucky music.
It sucks so much. This is Ratatouille, but instead of sucking at cooking, he sucks at music. So Alvin's gonna play music through his hands and write good music.
Did you never love a new? I wondered if
A new host?
did you never love a new?
Parasitic host, and Alvin and the Chipmunks
I
move around
wondered if
from old man to old man like parasites.
Did you
It's
never
awesome.
love a new? I wondered if I could hold it and fall in love.
From like the Chernobyl exclusion zone, or like
In the 1950s, there was this song called Witch Doctor. They sped it up because they're like, oh, this would sound interesting. The guy who made the song Witch Doctor was like, oh my god, what if we made a bunch of music that was sped up? And that's how the Chipmunks were made.
I was really hoping for nuclear fallout.
Okay, in canon explanation, because Jude really likes nuclear radiation.
That's why my set's green. Why do you think it's green? The red's the warning lights, the green's the radiation. Come on.
Oh my god, Jude, there's nuclear!
Jude is actually recording inside of Reactor 4 as we speak.
We're getting off on the wrong foot.
We're getting off on the wrong foot.
Why is he the Mandarin from Iron Man?
I'm Simon, the smart one.
Imagine introducing yourself as the smart one.
Alvin is the Alpha, Theodore is the Beta, and Simon is the Sigma.
Alpha
And the Sigmunks.
So we have A for Alvin, the Alpha, S for Simon, the Sigma, and T for Theodore, the
You told me you.
Theta.
I want to know what a theta male is.
Hold on, go up. Theta male just means you care about people.
This is on Threads. There's never been any truth on Threads.
I don't trust anything that says insert Greek alphabet letter male.
I trust ChatGPT. Socially awkward or less dominant compared to the alpha and beta males. You're less dominant than a beta male?
That sounds about right.
Theta sounds like a cursive man. So he's gonna go into the blender.
And you found a little bad. You told me you fell in love with it. Hadn't gone as I planned.
This defined the app Zedge.
Oh my god, I forgot about Zedge.
You're walking around a county fair, a state fair. You're gonna hear this on someone's phone.
Oh, absolutely.
Why?
This is what every single acapella group sounds like to me, and I hate it.
You should watch this show called Glee. I think you would love it.
You guys sing my songs. You get to sing my songs. Sing my songs.
No one wants to sing your songs. They're like depressing.
Yeah, I don't get them because like they're decent singers. They're only only gimmick is that they're high pitched though. Like
Their only gimmick is that they give you a migraine. It's so great.
so they're about to go to the record label and everything, and they're gonna be like so good. Like would Dave's song Sped Up be a hit? The Chipmunks slowed down with that flop?
Okay, in all honesty, this came out around the time Nightcore was famous and popular.
I think this movie started Nightcore.
That is a bold claim.
Because YouTube itself only came out in 2005.
Did Nightcore predate YouTube, though?
We're gonna open Chrome again. This is the more video.
Oh, it predates YouTube.
It has about the same popularity all around here. This is when it starts to pop off later on in like 2012, 2014.
Oh my god.
I'm guessing this is Monster. How do I feel?
Yeah, probably.
Its origins are 2001 in Norway. Of course, it's always Sweden that come in Norway and freaking just Scandinavia in general that come up with the most random music genres.
Yeah.
Found a little bag.
Are you guys always like this?
You told me
We are kids, David.
I got it for Christmas last year.
Why do you love Christmas? You're animals.
They've never celebrated it, but they want to.
Then why do they love it? How do they know they like it so much?
Obviously, the first priority of a talking chipmunk is the birth of Christ.
They love Christmas so much because this is actually the Holy Trinity.
Oh my god, which one is which?
Now we're kind of getting introduced, like obviously we have the Christmas tree at the beginning, but now we know for a fact that this is a Christmas movie in the same way that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
That means it is!
Which movie is more of a Christmas movie?
Okay, that's a hard one because there's a million Christmas references in Die Hard, obviously, but this movie has a whole song dedicated to it being Christmas.
There's also an actual exchange of gifts.
Whereas the only exchange in Die Hard is bullets.
And you found a little bag.
Whoa! Why was he scratching so fast? That
You
looked
told me
bizarre.
It's realistic, I guess. You know, just like everything else in this movie.
Oh my god, I need to fix this.
No, leave it that way. That was beautiful. You had 90s sitcom boy hair. It was the funniest thing.
All right, you chipmunks, ready to sing your song?
I'll say we are.
I'll say that we might be.
That's why I hate him so much.
How fortuitous!
Alvin!
Alvin!
The punch zoom on it too.
And the Chipmunks, the movie! Dave!
Why did you match the pitch? Why did you remember it? How long has it been since you've sat down and watched Alvin and his Chipmunks?
It has been years. A decade at least.
I guess it wasn't just me who could just remember this specific movie.
I watched this movie 6 months ago, and I didn't remember that. Why do you remember it from 10 years ago?
Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me?
Freak!
That is one of the worst looking scenes in all of CGI history.
No, but
Yes.
okay, the CGI is bad, but the scene itself is a banger.
Dead Man's Chest came out around the same era of time.
It's a hit because he was singing, I want to do something freaky to you inside of the dishwasher.
Whoa! iMovie flip transition.
What happened?
What broke? The couch?
See, there's a bunch of glass inside the couch, so every time you sit on it, it just crunches and breaks.
The way the Chipmunks were cleaning up, there might be a ton of glass inside of the couch.
You know what? That's so fair.
Is it me or was he a little mad? Oh, I wonder. Is Dave mad? Yes.
It's a mystery, isn't it? I'm the most annoying character in cinema history.
Bro was ahead of its time. He was doing the nerd emoji meme before that was even thought of. Like the exact, like, way before any of us were even, like, thinking about that.
We were the target demographic for this movie when it came out, and I just didn't care that much about it.
I liked this movie.
I didn't think it was bad. I just thought it was okay.
Said you'd never love a new.
No!
The way he left the facial hair under his chin is so disgusting. I haven't noticed that the whole movie.
Yeah, like right here.
What is that? Why do you need a line that smiles with your smile? That's disgusting.
And you
No going out after 9, and not at all unless I know where you're going.
Is nobody seeing the chipmunks in your groceries?
No, like I said, they're a hallucination. He's still on the floor in his house.
But it's Alvin. Alvin is real, and so it's called Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Why am I getting crazy deja vu? I could have sworn that we had already done a freaking Alvin and the Chipmunks video, and that Bren had mentioned that this was just exclusively in Dave's head. Are you hallucinating? So I'm tripping out, and I feel like y'all deleted an old Alvin and the Chipmunks video and are gaslighting me right now.
What are you talking about, dude? Gaslighting isn't even that's not even a word.
Here's a leak, guys. Graveyard, the spooky scary folder. Don't look at these for too long.
No, don't show Spy! If this was #1 on Billboard every year, I'd hurt everyone around me.
Soup's on.
Oh my god, they put Tabasco sauce in his coffee.
They put tobacco in his coffee?
No way.
Yeah, tobacco sauce.
That was water. That was just water.
He likes his coffee clear, like a real man, like an alpha Chad. He doesn't even put the coffee in the water. He just eats the beans and then drinks water.
I like this frame.
That is a wonderful frame.
Looks like he's about to get executed.
I'm coming.
I'm just waiting for the P. Diddy joke. Why is this taking so long? Come on.
This is absurd. I feel like P. Diddy with fur.
And then everyone in the audience laughs individually like, ha, ha, ha.
I hate that being a meme because of that situation is partially why this is going to be a trending topic for us to hit. There's so much that led to Microwave Society making an Alvin and the Chipmunks video.
Hey, what do you think of this? You know what? That's just weird.
You know what? That's just weird. You know, the line delivery of all time.
Don't make fun of him. He's an enemy of the state 1998. You guys have been hating on an actor who's in the top 5,000 actors on IMDb. Come on.
I feel like I could probably land in that list somewhere.
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Is that a Canon EOS 1? What is that dinosaur? Oh my god!
It is literally the EOS 1. I thought you were just making fun of it.
No! I read that and I was in shock. Whoa! Thanks, Canon.
For inventing the camera, we wouldn't be without you, Canon.
First they made weapons on pirate ships and then they made cameras. They've invented so much.
Hanging out in the tree somewhere, and now
What is that filled with to make his voice lower?
It's the freaking, there is a gas that does that.
Oh, wow.
I know, I don't remember what it's called.
Somebody in the comments is gonna write a paragraph, don't worry.
Oh my god. I've been doxxed.
mentioned.
No way, they found my address, 4176 Hamilton Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Imagine if he kept that in.
Crying out loud. This is absurd.
You told me you
Heck
fell in
yeah,
love.
this is absurd. I feel like P. Diddy with fur.
I feel like P. Diddy with fur. Why does he sound like aggressively Midwestern?
Oh yeah, I feel like P. Diddy with fur.
You know what, Dave?
You told me you fell
Dave is
in
not
love
here.
with it.
It sounds like he's glitching. I forgot about that. Oh, that beat behind that.
Dave.
That had to be like not on purpose.
What is happening, guys? Lip sync.
I used to think it was lip singing and not lip syncing, so I was always just like, yeah.
There's no lips involved. You're just like, just noises, no enunciation.
I don't like West Society.
You told me you
Like spilling milk, but like 10 times better.
Them to pop like a balloon.
Snap all their spines immediately.
Here's our thumbnail. They just freaking die.
Goodbye, sick monks.
I really missed you guys.
The lesson of the end of the movie is family, as always.
See, this is the cheapest shot in the whole movie because they just aren't there.
Well, I mean, they're not supposed to be there.
I'm just saying, this is basically how the rest of the movie probably felt to shoot because he was just like, yeah, you're chipmunks, and then it was dead silent for about 5 seconds.
we were playing in the sand. You found a little bed.
That was the best movie I've ever seen.
If you want us to watch the second one, this video has to get 10,000 likes, and that's real.
If you want us to watch the third one, this video has to get
5,000 likes.
Wait, no! How does that
Have a day.
You're underrated. Alright, let's watch
What's
Daddy
up, Greg? I
or
hope you're all
whatever.
having a great day. Welcome back to my channel, and I'd just like to say, Merry Cringemas. Well, guys, it's that time of year again. My lips are chapped, my bones are cold, and it's dark out all the fucking time, which means it's Christmas time. So I'm a pretty big Christmas movie guy. I like It's a Wonderful Life. I watch that every year with my family. Home Alone, those movies are great. But today I'd like to talk about what may possibly be the worst Christmas movie ever made. The Santa Claus, featuring Tim Allen. It may also actually be the best Christmas movie ever made, but I haven't decided yet. The Santa Claus came out in 1994, and since then it's become a bit of a classic. A lot of you may have seen it. I remember really liking it when I was a kid. But if you're like me, and you haven't seen it since you were really, really young, and you just have those fond memories of it, if you were to watch it today, you would probably be like, what the fuck is this movie? Because when you're a kid, you don't really notice things like giant glaring plot holes, the movie condoning murder, kidnapping, all this shit that this movie has in it, which makes it pretty fucked up. And sure, other Christmas movies have weird elements too, like Home Alone is basically just about two guys trying to murder a child. But the Santa Claus is weird through and through. It's sort of an origin story for Santa, and it basically tries to establish this entire universe around Santa Claus and where he comes from, and none of it makes any fucking sense. So I know on this channel I usually talk about things like weird, cringy YouTube videos or shitty Instagram comedians. But today I want to take a bit of a step back and focus on something else. The Santa Claus featuring Tim Allen. Also, stick around to the end of this video for a very special Christmas music video. So this movie starts out by establishing the main character, Scott Calvin. He's an executive at like a toy company.
Here at B&R Toys, we're not just about making profit with quality toys. We're also about families. But our families aren't here with us right now. That's probably why Johnson's secretary is sitting in his lap.
Johnson's secretary is sitting in his lap. He's cheating on his wife. Scott Calvin is divorced. He had a son with this girl, Laura, and his kid, Charlie, now lives with Laura and her new husband, Neil.
We were playing in the sand, and you found a little band. You told me you...
Not necessarily.
We were playing in the sand.
See? I gotta go.
And you found a little
Neil.
band.
I hate Neil. Neil sucks. I feel like most movies that start out like this, where it's like this split up family, and the main character has been divorced, it seems like it tries to sort of make you feel bad for them at first, like, oh man, he didn't deserve for his wife to leave him and marry some other man, and now they're all turned against him. Even the kid thinks he's kind of an asshole. But in this one, they're just like, no, yeah, he actually is an asshole. He deserved it. His wife honestly should have left him for someone else. She can do a whole lot better than Scott Calvin. She needs Neil.
You told me you
Neil
fell
sucks.
in
So Laura and
love.
Neil come over to drop Charlie off at Scott's house because Charlie's going to be spending Christmas with Scott.
Playing in the sand,
You and your daddy are gonna have a
and
great
you found a little
Christmas,
band.
okay?
You told me you fell in love with it.
The beginning of this movie does not present Scott in a very flattering light. It's just really hammering home the point of Scott not being a good dude. Like, even his own son is like, Mom,
Said you'd never love a
he's a bummer and a half, man. I gotta go. I cannot
I
see this.
wondered
It
if...
makes me too sad.
Yeah.
It's time for bed on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I knew I was gonna get 37. Yay. I could probably get 38 if I locked in, but
and then some like yelling
like
and
this
sleigh
gap
bells,
is
and so he gets up to
stupidly
go tell
hard.
his dad,
I
and
hate
at
it.
first his dad's like,
And then
"Fuck
the
off,
robot
I'm
is
asleep,"
just.
but then he hears the tip.
It's the
So
robot.
Scott runs outside and you'll never guess who's there.
Hey, yo!
Oh, this is a
It's Santa! Wow, how fun. So if you've never seen this movie before, you're probably wondering, is Santa dead? We'll get to that in a second. But first I want to talk about a big plot hole. Santa's been doing this for a long time, right? He's like an ageless, mythical being who goes from house to house.
Alright, watch me get
every
like
Christmas
64 to 100 right now.
He puts presents under the tree. Never gets
63 to
lost,
100.
right?
I hope.
Nobody has concrete evidence that Santa's real. In fact, most people, it seems like in this universe, don't believe Santa's real. But he makes so much noise. How does he manage to not get caught when he's constantly making loud-ass noises on the road, stomping around and yelling? Why was he yelling? And who? Who was He just slides right off the roof and fucking dies. And that's the beginning of this movie. Santa dies. So it's a great movie for kids. I like how he slides off the roof. The snow sort of like bunches up and folds over, and you can totally tell it's just a blanket. I mean, you gotta love the 90s, man. The set decoration is so clearly fake. But to be fair, these days, the whole thing would have probably just been CG. This whole sequence, him falling off the roof. I mean, if this movie was made today, the whole thing would probably be CG. And Tim Allen would probably be a minion, and Santa Claus would probably be a minion, and Zendaya would probably be Michi. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Santa's laying in the front yard with like a broken spine, and he's dead. I really hope Charlie doesn't see this, because this is, you know, traumatizing shit for a kid, right? But he comes out and he sees it, and he's stoked. He's so happy. He's like, yes, Dad, you got him! You killed that bitch! So he searches his suit, and he finds his card, and he's like, if something happens to me, put on my suit, the reindeer will know what to do. And then he's like, reindeer? What reindeer? So he backs up. Wait, hold on. What? He's... Santa's still alive. That's even more fucked up. And why haven't they called 911? He didn't die on impact. He's just laying there with a broken spine, and nobody's doing anything about it. There's still time to save this poor man. I mean, this is really classic Christmas shit right here. I mean, this is what the holiday season is all about, you know? The smell of sugar cookies and beautiful lights lighting up the entire neighborhood, and a dying old man laying in the snow in your front yard. Okay, so anyway, they're confused about the card saying reindeer, so now they've gone to look at the roof. I wonder what it's gonna be. Come on, I'm so excited. What is it? What is it? Why is this taking so long? Why haven't they called 911 yet? Oh! Reindeer! How did he not notice the reindeer before? Santa was literally standing right next to them, and he didn't see that. He didn't see 12 big-ass reindeer pulling a gigantic sleigh. Okay, maybe he was a bit preoccupied. He might have been a bit focused on the man plummeting to his death, but I mean, come on.
He disappeared.
And just like that, Santa's gone. I guess this is just part of like the Santa lore that this movie's trying to establish. When Santa dies, he disappears because he's a Jedi. So they go up and they see the reindeer. You know, in most movies, reindeer are depicted as these very cute, pure, innocent animals. They help Santa fly from city to city. For some reason, in this movie, they made them these vile, sick beasts that just fart and burp. They get up there, and Charlie convinces Scott to sort of take on the role of Santa Claus. When he puts on the suit, the reindeer all of a sudden just start listening to him. So the reindeer take him to the next house, and he is Santa now. He spends the rest of the night delivering presents with the coolest animations and the sickest special effects. And that's the basic setup of this entire movie. That's what this movie's about. This idea that this dude, Scott Calvin, just this random guy, accidentally killed Santa, put on his clothes, and then he just is Santa now. What kind of system is that? This movie is so weird. If you just kill Santa, you just get to be Santa. What other occupation has that system? I mean, what, can you just walk into a hospital and kill a doctor and put on his clothes and now you're a doctor? No, you can't. I've tried. I guess like the king of an 18th century monarchy would have the same rules. Like if you kill him, then I guess you're in charge now. But I don't know, it just seems like such an outdated system. So after a long, successful night of delivering Christmas presents, the reindeer take Scott and Charlie back to the North Pole, where this kid has been just waiting outside in sub-zero temperatures to let them in. And this is a beautiful sight. This is when we get to see Santa's toy factory for the first time. The elves are all gathered around to see Santa, but oh no. These elves are all going to be mortified when they realize that their Santa died, that now there's a new Santa. When they see Scott Calvin and not the actual Santa Claus, they're all going to be so sad. I mean, this movie's about to take a dark turn, for sure. No, these motherfuckers don't care at all. In fact, they're stoked to see this guy.
Who's in charge?
Who gives the orders? Who's your boss? No. Who's the head elf?
And they all just accept that he's Santa now. Immediately just like, well, fuck the old Santa Claus, you're Santa now, dude. Why are they so thrilled to get a new Santa Claus? That's not good. This dude could be like evil or a huge creep or something, and they've just given him the power of being able to fly around the world at light speed and have access to everybody on Earth's house. Actually, that might explain why they're so happy the old Santa was gone. Maybe he was like a huge asshole with the elves or something. I don't know. It definitely doesn't reflect well on the old Santa Claus if all the elves are just cool with him being dead now. So he walks in and starts asking elves questions, and they all just like brush him off. They're like, dude, I don't have time to answer your questions. You're Santa, right? Just bye.
I'm Bernard. Nice to meet you, Santa. I'm not Santa. I've had a rough night. There's been dogs barking, guns going off. Look, my back's killed me. If you ever try to shove a sea kayak down a chimney, I'm tired of this small talk. The other Santa disappeared, right?
Like this dude Bernard, who seems to be in charge, or at the very least like Santa's second-hand man. He's just like, you're Santa, and then he walks away. And every time Scott asks him a question, he's just like, dude, you're Santa, okay? Bye. Like, at least explain like what the job entails or anything. Like, that's all Scott wants to know is just like what's going on. Why does he keep just walking away? But he does give Charlie a snow globe, which Charlie is very happy about. Probably too happy actually.
Oh, what you
yeah, dude, it's just a snow globe. You don't have to be so creepy about it. But once Bernard decides to stop acting like a basic little weasel, he finally tells Scott what's going on. The card that Scott picked up has a tiny little fine print on it that's a legal contract that says if you pick up Santa's suit and you put it on, you're Santa now. And it's legally binding, and it's called the Santa Claus. So Bernard explains all this to him, and then he walks away again. There's all these weird parts in this movie. So they take Santa back to his room, where he gets to sleep. It's like the Santa suite or whatever at the North Pole. And this elf Judy brings him some hot chocolate. Now, these elves all look like kids, but I guess they're all like hundreds of years old. But Scott hasn't really learned that yet. I mean, he just sort of got you. So what he says next is kind of creepy.
How about Presume? Did you remember anything Presume yet? Nope, of course not.
100 years. You don't listen.
Wow, what a creepy thing to say to someone that you assume is probably a child. She definitely looks like one. Gross, Scott. So Scott falls asleep in the Santa suite with Charlie right by his side. It was a great Christmas, and he wakes up the next morning back at his own house with no recollection of how he got home. And the whole thing that happened to him last night kind of feels like a dream, but spoiler alert, it wasn't. But they don't ever explain how he got back to his house, so that's kind of weird. Did they drug him, or what? So Laura comes back over to pick up Charlie, and you better believe she's gonna have some questions about what happened last night, but don't worry, Scott keeps his cool.
When you had to bid a two.
Nice job, Scott.
Dad and me went with the flying reindeer. It was really neat, Mom. Dad was Santa, and Larry showed me the workshop. You know where they make all the toys?
Gee, thanks for keeping his feet on the ground.
So this is the real conflict of the movie now. Charlie starts telling Laura and Neil that Scott is Santa Claus, and he took him to the North Pole last night. And they had this whole great time, and they met all these elves, and obviously Neil and Laura, because they don't believe in Santa Claus, are like, oh, he's insane. So from here on out, Laura and Neil try to keep Charlie as far away from Scott as they possibly can, because, you know, from their perspective, he's insane.
Charlie was conflicted.
You told me you fell in love with it, hadn't gone as I.
Circus pulled out of town.
And for some reason, Scott never tries to prove that he's Santa. Like, Santa's a magical being. He's Santa now. He could probably, you know, summon the sleigh or something to show them that he's Santa. But he just doesn't. He's just cool with, like, never seeing his kid and losing his entire family. He just lets them. He's crazy. To the point where they take him to court and he loses all custody and visitation rights for Charlie. Yeah, this movie is kind of dark. I just feel like Scott could have at least tried to convince them that he's Santa and tried to convince them he's not crazy. I mean, over the course of a couple weeks, he does, like, gain a shit ton of weight and all of his hair turns white and he grows a beard. Like, he literally changed more than most people do in, like, 20 years in a couple weeks. And he didn't try to be like, hey, look, like, something weird's going on, obviously. So, maybe don't take away my kid. During this part, we also find out a little bit of backstory about Neil and Laura and why they both decided to stop believing in Santa Claus. And we find out that they've got some, like, serious Santa Claus baggage. Like, they both get really emotional talking about it.
Remember when you stopped believing in Santa Claus?
Someone should make a buy dollar trick or stream. Or just a level. I think it would go kind of hard.
And you found a little bag.
Dozens of presents I got.
You told me you fell in love with it, hadn't gone as I planned. When you had to bid a two.
Oscar Mayer weenie whistle.
What adult grows up with that much emotional baggage about one Christmas gift or about Santa? That's so weird. But this all brings up a really good point. Why don't they believe in Santa? I mean, it made sense before because we didn't know that Santa was real yet, but now, halfway into the movie, we know that Santa's real. So how could you not believe in him? I mean, they have a kid, they have Charlie. Aren't they freaked out every year when gifts show up that they didn't buy for him? And these questions just aren't answered in this movie. It's just this giant plot hole that they never explain. Well, how do they not believe in Santa? Charlie clearly gets gifts labeled Santa, and neither of them bought them. But they're just like, well, I don't know. We must all just have amnesia. I guess I did buy that present, and I just labeled it Santa. This whole part of the movie all occurs over the course of a year, so by the time it's the end of the movie, it's Christmas time again. Scott's getting all sad and shit, so he goes over to visit Charlie, which he's not supposed to do. And then he has to be alone with Charlie, which he's not supposed to do. And then he kidnaps Charlie, which he's not supposed to do. So it's Christmas time. Santa gets all suited up. He's ready for action. There's this weird little dancing cutscene that they don't acknowledge and doesn't really make sense in the context of this movie, but then he hops in a sleigh and he's off to deliver presents, and then Santa gets arrested for, you know, kidnapping someone.
So let's make this simple. I say name. You say Scott Calvin. Name.
And you found a little bag.
Name.
You told me
So they put Scott in jail. He's totally not cooperating. But luckily at the North Pole, they have this, like, elite secret agent elf squad that is trained to come and save Santa when he gets in situations like being in jail. Why do they need this? This is something that shouldn't happen often. It seems weird that they would even be prepared for this, unless I was right about the old Santa being a fucking weirdo. So the elf squad shows up, they pick up Charlie, the elf squad is led by this kid who
We're the good guys.
really rubs me the wrong way for some reason.
We're the good guys.
Why does he talk like that?
you'd never love a
I swear this kid talks like he's like a TikTok star or something. He's like trying to...
No!
Don't worry.
No!
Oh, dude.
Even though I sort of expected that. No!
You see, we weren't figuring on walking
No!
We find that we can get around a lot faster.
Talk to us about
I don't like this kid at all, not one bit. This kid makes my stomach churn. Why did he even say it like that? Why didn't he just say, we're not gonna walk, we're gonna fly? He had to be all extra about it. We find that we get around a lot faster by flying. So anyway, they break Santa out of jail. And now Santa has been broken out of prison. He did kidnap Charlie. I mean, the movie totally glosses over that. Like, he legally kidnapped someone. He didn't have a right to take Charlie. He could have gone and delivered presents without Charlie. And he did kidnap him. So, is the movie just gonna pretend like that's cool?
Mom! Leo! I'm home!
Charlie.
Charlie.
Oh my God, Charlie. Sweetheart.
I think it's a much better idea that you stay here with your mom and me. Laura, what do you think? Christmas Eve, I spend with Charlie?
God. It's you. It really is you. You really are Santa Claus.
So, this is sort of the resolution of the movie. Scott returns Charlie home. Laura comes in, and just like by seeing Scott, she realizes that he's Santa. That's what does it. Just her seeing him. This dude Scott never has to even try to convince her. He just shows up in a costume, and she's like, oh, holy shit. You are Santa. You are the legendary magical being Santa Claus. I'm convinced of it now, seeing you in this costume. So that's kind of the end of the movie. Scott escapes the police. He's free to go deliver the rest of the presents. He is just Santa forever. Until, I guess, someone else kills him, and then he disappears, and someone else becomes Santa. Say what you want, but The Santa Claus is a Christmas classic. People love this movie. It's been around for over 20 years now, and it's still going strong. I mean, I found this DVD at Target for $10. So, if that doesn't say classic, what does? And you know what I think is a little bit fucked up is that this movie doesn't have a song, because The Grinch has a song, and that's a classic Christmas movie. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer has a Christmas song, and that's a classic Christmas movie. But the Santa Claus gets no love. Why does the Santa Claus get no love? Nobody sings about this movie. I think that if we're gonna make the Santa Claus a bigger part of this holiday season, and we're gonna keep it around as a Christmas classic,
I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
there needs to be a Santa Claus song. So I made one.
Hello, I am back!
Christmas, I'm a very good boy. I put out milk and cookies for this guy to enjoy. But Santa never brings the right toy. I felt like giving up on all this holiday joy. But if you've seen the Santa Claus, you know you become Santa if you put on Santa's coat. You can kill him, leave him dead up in the snow. The elves don't even kiss coat. You can kill him, leave him dead
What's
up
up?
in the snow. The elves don't even care about you murdering their bro. And so, this Christmas
yeah.
gonna be special to me. I ain't gonna ask
Alright,
for
good night,
a
love
car
ya.
with a key. I ain't gonna write to Santa asking him
Alright,
please.
bye.
Cause what I want for Christmas